Okay everyone, just wanted to show you my progress on repairing and replacing the floor pan. Well, this right here, shine some more light on there, there you go. I had to refabricate this lip right here. So this is where the floor pan comes up and accepts the this piece in here, and then you spot weld. I'll show you that later. But I had to fabricate this piece and this piece. I cut it out here, welded it smooth, as you can see, grinded it smooth, welded it and then grinded it, cleaned it up. That's the underside. I got to put some seam sealer in there once that's done drying, because I painted it with some primer. And then this over here is the inside piece. I have to spray that right there. That's where I used a good ground. But my welding is, let me show you where I welded. I put a new piece right here, okay, cut up, stitched weld all that, replaced this little panel to here. You can see where needs to get some primer focus in there. Alright, and then I gotta clean that up a little bit more and then paint it. That should be fine. And then this over here, let me show you. I repaired this piece of the quarter panel right here. So I welded that piece on. So it's to accept the new wheel well. So that piece is done. I'll show you the inside. Right there. Let me get a little closer for you. Right there. So this was welded right here all the way up and replaced. So I fabricated that little tag. This little tag is where the floor pan actually comes up, and then you spot weld that. And I didn't touch any of that yet because I'm not there yet. So I wanted to show you on the other side. That is what the this side over here looked like. So I'm going to get closer so you could see it. So I'm going to cut that out and replace it. And actually, okay, this is the actual driver's side. That's actually in pretty good shape. This is what I had to fabricate on the other side. So I put that little lip in there. That's to accept the floor pan. But this here is all rotted out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it from right here. Let me move the camera on this side so you can see. Oh, pardon my fingers. Yeah, that piece right there, I'm gonna cut it from here. Sorry, I'm gonna cut it from here where my finger is all the way up to here and then across this way. And I'm going to replace that piece. So I'm going to show you that, and I'm going to tack weld, stitch weld, and do whatever I need to do to clean that piece up. So I'll get back to you when I am actually done with the welding process, and be right back. Okay, here we are. I cut out the rot. This is the piece that went right here, okay, just like that. I cut that out. I made it straight here, cut that rod out, and I made this piece right here, fabricated this piece. So what I'm going to do, I left it a little long, so I'm going to cut it, just in case you're wondering why it's 1/4 inch long over here on this side. But it's going to go in there like this. And I'm going to tack it in place, and I'm going to weld it. So let's get started. I'll show you what I'm going to do. Okay, I put the piece in place right here. So right now I am going to get ready to tack weld. I'm going to start here, and I'm going to put another tack weld here, probably put another tack weld in the middle. And this right here, you can't see it from the camera, but it's actually sticking out past this metal here. So once I tack weld it here, I'm probably going to put a little tack right there. I'm going to bang this in, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to push it in so it's smooth, set a tack, pull it back out, because it's smooth right here, and that's what I want to keep. So let's get started. When I'm ready, I'll turn the camera back on. Okay, I hope you can see this okay. If you can't, I apologize. I don't have a filter on my camera, so like I said, I'm going to start from right here, and I am going to tack weld it. And here we go. It's tack weld number 1. Tack weld number 2. Tack weld number 3. Now that's all I'm going to do for now. And then I'm going to show you in a second why. Okay, I hope you guys were able to see that. Those are my tack welds. I wanted to keep the metal flush. That's your main goal. Keep this flush and clean, okay? Now I could remove my ground here. I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to remove that. So now it's being held together by these tack welds, but right here, if you see, it's sticking past. So what I'm going to try to do is bang it in, try to get it as close as I can, then I'm going to tack weld it here once I get it there. So I'm going to turn the camera off, and I'll be back. Okay, here you are. Now it's nice and flush right here, so I'm going to put a tack weld there. And you see how it's off-centered, but in order to get that correct, that's what I needed to do. So I'm going to turn the camera off and be back. Okay, there's my tack. So now disconnect the ground, and I'm going to disconnect the pliers here. Hold on. Okay, so now I'm going to push this metal back. You see how it becomes flush like that? And that way, when I tack it, it's all going to be the way it was from factory. So I am not going to videotape that because it's a long progress, but I'm just going to clamp it like that, and as you can see, it's a nice smooth connection, and I'm going to tack weld that in place, and then I'm going to go back and I'm going to stitch weld, and I'll show you my progress as I go. So here we go. Okay, here we are. That's all my stitch welding that I did. I had a couple blow-throughs right here. Blow-throughs meaning the metal was not thick enough because of the rust that was there, so it blew through. But that's not going to be a problem because I'm going to fill it with more metal, grind it smooth, and you won't be able to tell. It'll be solid as it was before. But here we are. We're going to clean this up, and I'll show you when it's all cleaned up. But every little dot, if you look here, let me get a little closer, is spot weld. Spot weld, spot weld. And then when I clean it, I'll see what I missed, go back, and refill it. So I'll be right back. Okay, here we are. All my welds are grinded, and I made a mark right here where I missed it. You can see daylight coming through. Let me move the light out of the way. All right, right there. You see the light coming through? It's hard to see because I have a lot of light. But anyway, there's a couple spots that I missed. I'll point them out to you. There's one right here, a little bit right there, one right there, and if I'm not mistaken, right there. But other than that, I'm going to tack weld a little bit more there and there, a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit there where I missed, but there's no light coming through, so I'm going to hit it here, here, a little bit there, a little bit there, a little bit there. Right here where I blew through, got to put a little bit more in there. Right there, so we're good. Other than that, it's done. But I'm going to finish doing that, and I'll get back. Okay, I got done doing my other little spot welds there, and what I'm going to do now is clean them up. So let's see. Okay, I just got done welding and cleaning up the driver's side panel. I want to show you right here. Okay, it's all stitched weld and cleaned up. This piece was rotten out. It was actually this piece right here. If I'm not mistaken, it was like this. Okay, just like that. And I cut that out, replaced it with some 20 gauge metal, and it's all cleaned up, spot welded, grinded clean. I haven't put a coat of primer on it, but I will. I haven't repaired that hole there and that hole there. I will. I just wanted to show you this piece. And then let me show you the other side. Since I was able to get in and weld, I got in there and welded on the inside. See there? So that's all cleaned up. No one sees that, but I just wanted to make sure it was nice and smooth. So when I slide the floor pan in there, it's not going to give me an issue. But that's it right there. That's the underside. And then this is the inner side right there. So I'm going to primer it up, and then the next video would be me installing the floor pan. All right, see you on the next.